Hey, this is Ken here, and you're watching from my channel, Real Ken Fu channel. For this episode, right, I'm inspired to make, this is episode 4, right? And so in this episode, I'm for my, as a founder of modern MLM downline community, and in Southeast Asia, right? And I had started, so today's is the 4th episode. Literally, it's like every day I'll make one new episode if I can, and I have lots to share with you, lots of my experiences and wisdom that I can transfer into this video to help you, especially you have like me in the MLM space. All right. So in this video, I'm going to touch on personal brand. Recruit you to join me as my, to join me into my team. No, that's not my intention. Collectively as a community over here, I'm a local Singaporean, and if you have been hearing, the backstory that we have a certain, successes here and there over the years. For myself, it's like I started in 2015, right? Totally, really committed to building such a wonderful, a long-term business, partnering a brand, very reputable global brand from the United States, right? For the MLM, right? And we had, our experiences and our success, our challenges, while doing the offline ways, because that's what we learn, right? So we don't know what we don't know. So only till back in 2020, I make a firm decision to totally pivot online, and I get to learn about this thing called online marketing, and I have always, poked at this is that, the funny part about multi-level marketing, right? It's like, there's a word marketing, right? Even there's another term for it, it's called network marketing, right? But did you realize that where's the marketing? Where's the marketing, right? So marketing is not, so let's recap, right? So one of the common beliefs within a myth, I would also say that, sometimes in my blog, right, some strong words I use is that this is amazing opportunities of products, right, to uninterested friends and families, because this is what we learn, right? So it's no fault of yours, no fault of our whoever, because that was proven before. However, since the 1990s, where internet marketing has, come onto the scene, so let's ask ourselves this, if we are business, we really are business owners, right? So why aren't we evolving using a more organized and efficient, in fact, it's a systematic approach, to replace the offline ways, and by coming online, right? And also having even bigger opportunity to apply a lot of principles about marketing, So why aren't we doing that? It always boils down to two things I realize, okay? Number one is ignorant, okay? Whoever has taught you, okay, we are not here to blame anyone. No, if we position ourselves as a business owner, right, we just take responsibility. I decided to wake up and take responsibility for my own business, okay? So I no longer want to coach my team or lead my team in a way, that using the old ways by bothering. That's the myth number one, by bothering the uninterested friends and families, okay? Right? So that's number one. So we are going to slowly address that as the episode unfolded itself. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk about personal branding, all right? So I hope I cause enough noise or ranting to catch your attention, right? So now what's so important about personal branding is that, number one, the value of such is, in a internet thriving era, right? There's never come a time that is such a big opportunity for you and me and ordinary folks that we can build a branding, around us, we are the branding, all right? So the second myth about MLM is that normally, what we did, right, is that we straight away, we refer our prospects to the brand, right, without marketing ourselves first. You know what I mean? Right? So in this episode, I'm trying to help you to adjust that mindset. We should be spending time to market ourselves. That means build us up, like a brand, like what our MLM company brand, how they build it up, right, through our partnerships, right? Because you realize that we are in charge of the marketing of a MLM company, right? So because they supply us everything, right? And why are we rewarded financially? Because of something we did, right? But do you know what we did that gave us that kind of financial reward? And some of them actually went on to be very, very financially successful, wealthy, whatever you want to call it, rich, right? So because of there's something that's supposed to be in our control, which is the marketing of our MLM products and the business opportunities, isn't it? But why aren't we doing that? By hounding uninterested friends and families, right, for our MLM products, it's not marketing at all, right? And the other, this is not marketing at all. Marketing is not done like that. Marketing is really about, be very, very specific of who you want to serve, right? And putting your stuff in front of them, because they are more likely to engage you, because they are, in a way, more ready than people that totally don't want your stuff, right? Okay, so in that context, before we go really deeper into that, which I will slowly uncover to you in other episode, but this episode is talking about personal branding. Now, personal branding, why is it so important is that, we are often sold the story that that this brand or this company is financially sound, right? They are very established, But the truth is that a lot of brands is still running a traditional business, right? Except that we are not the one who is doing it, running the operation. But they are doing traditional business. That means they will be under a lot of traditional business risk, right? Okay. So doesn't mean that we are not there to handle most of the risk. Doesn't mean that MLM business has no risk. There is, because they are running a business too. Am I right? So that means to say that if they are being mismanaged, no matter how proven track record there is, okay, all right, what if they collapse, right? So, if you're like me, I'm a big fan, I really love the brand, okay? There's nothing against the brand, okay? But we got to think like, this is not a hobby, it's our life, it's a business, right? So if this is a partnership, right? So we are helping the brand to bring up the brand, right? So in the same way, we must put ourselves first. We must bring us up. And in fact, responsibility, right? Responsibly, any brand, established brand, especially now, in the internet thriving era, they will definitely encourage you to build your brand, rather than just keep on hyping and talking about the MLM. No, you'll be encouraged to build your brand. Because why? Just ask yourself this simple question, is that, we are not the only one that distribute the product, right? So they are the same, right? So if this is come from a so-called number one product right now, so A is distributing, B is distributing, all the way to Z is distributing the same stuff, right? And having the same marketing material, having the same message, and then having the same script even. So what makes us think that people will buy from us if everybody is selling the same thing, right? Think about that. So what sets us apart is our personal branding. That if you recognize this, right, some of us will wake up and value add, right? So over time, accumulation, right, it will bring up our name. Yeah, we are more credible than other people that are selling the same stuff because we offer more values. Now, many people at the same time when I mention the word value, right, they are confused with about money. Value is not just about money. Value is many more things beyond money. Okay, so talking about value doesn't mean that we are referring to the pricing of the product. No, it's beyond that. It's something that is relevant, that is current, that is useful for our customers. For other people, useful for them. So that is value, and that doesn't mean that it is money, just money or pricing. No. So including myself, I used to be confused about that too. So always when we talk about value, talking about value add, I'm always confused that is it in the context about money? No. I really learned from very established a huge supporter and of online marketing in the MLM space, right? And they are very successful. They got the glory, they got the financially very successful in adopting online marketing strategies and tactics in running the MLM business. So the thing is that I get to learn from these people. Have strong marketing background. That when it comes to talking about bringing up the value, it's not necessarily talking about the money, the pricing. No, it's something else. It's something that you are willing to serve to your potential customer or your customers that other people don't have it or not willing to do so. So in a simpler way that it will set you apart, and with your consistency, it's not a one-time thing. With your consistency to do so, right? Slowly, everybody probably start at the same starting lineup, right? So everybody distributing the same brand, right? However, if you are the one, you're conscious of that, and you actually watching my video. Oh, by the way, remember to subscribe and turn on the bell notification, right? If you're watching this from my YouTube, and also if you're watching from some other social media platform, remember the smash like button. Okay? I hope I really very inspired to make all this to transfer my experiences and wisdom here into this video to really help in whatever way I can. Okay? So with that, right? So as you accumulate over a period of time, so this is not a one-hit wonder. So you just do you have to be very consistent in value adding, and so your name will come up, right? Before you send them to your MLM. Right? So, but people will start to know you. So in case that the MLM that you're partnering with collapse, right? But in the marketplace, people are knowing about you. Not just about your MLM, and so that means that if let's say something happened, right? Because you have a personal branding, if you happen to go on and undertake another brand because your current one collapsed, right? So your effort is not wasted, because building personal branding means is also building an asset. But you are putting yourself in front before your MLM brand. People know you first before they are being referred to. So don't switch the that sequence in building your business. All right. So I hope I hope that my explanation is clear to you about the importance of you learning the principles of building personal branding, because ultimately it's going to be an asset to you. Okay. So whatever things that you're going to undertake in the future as you build your brand, what will happen is that you can simply represent anything and distribute anything, because people recognize you by your name. Because your name is a brand now. Okay, so I really sincerely hope that my explanation is clear about personal branding because I really invested, time and money to study this from the best of the best in the marketplace. For example, one of them is Kane Mikers. He's really well known about about building personal branding. All right. So if you really want to have that more exclusive, free from in some training video that he's can be publicly shared, right? By all means, connect with me. I always make an effort to leave all kinds of ways, all kinds of links for you to reach out to me. Should you need to to bring this to another level or go further with your understanding, right? By all means, you are most welcome to connect with me, and I would love to listen to your feedback. What you are going through right now about your MLM. All right. So if you think that it's worth your time, by all means, to connect with me. We are creating a movement here. That's why we are calling ourselves the MLM Revolutions. Okay, so this is how I came up with the idea of naming that this to create a revolution, because this is a joint forces. There's like a silent agreement among the people that has suffered from the old ways of running an MLM business. That's why a lot of people don't make money and left. And also, one more point which I always want to emphasize is that the product doesn't sell itself. Okay, because I was sold the story when I started to learn about MLM, right? I was sold the story, that the product sells itself because you're representing the best product in the market. The answer is this is garbage. This is rubbish. The product doesn't sell itself. Okay, it's marketing that will help the product to move, right? It's marketing. The number one aspect of it is marketing. Before the sales, it's still marketing, right? Sales is equally important, okay? All right. And in fact, if you really, like me, when I first started out, right, I have no sales background. I don't grow up in an entrepreneur environment, right? So I have a lot of misunderstanding about sales because I really dislike sales and selling, right? Okay, so I have a lot of misunderstanding, and the mindset is all misaligned, when it comes to understanding about the context about sales. So if you had been like me, and you still don't like sales today, then you must come and master marketing, right? Because it will help you a great deal, to soften the part that probably you still feel a lot of emotional imbalance about selling, all right? But selling is in fact, selling is a great thing it's a great skill to learn, okay? Especially if you love money, right? Okay, because without that closing the deal, right, which is the sale, there's no money, and if there's no money, why are you in business, right? Correct. However, before you can have that consistency in that sales, closing the deal, there's a lot of work in front here, which is in fact it's the marketing process. There's a lot of components, and personal branding to end off, right? Personal branding is one of them, and it's worth it. Okay, my parting words here in this episode 4 is that it's worth it because personal branding is just like building an asset. It needs time and it's accumulation, and if you really, stay on this path and really build up your name, right? It's going to be very, very worth it, as time goes by. And in fact, recording a video like this is also part of building my brand, building our brand, the modern MLM downline branding. Right? So I dare to say that in Southeast Asia, nobody has openly declared that. So that's why we call it a revolution, right? So you're most welcome. If you are the little guys, you're struggling and you refuse to give up, you're a big fan of MLM, and you know that you have to change, right? We welcome you to connect with us. Okay, we want to know you. We are creating a movement here, right? So I hope to see you, on the other side, right? So I will be leaving all kinds of way for you to connect with us with links, So do check it out around this video, right? So to your success, okay? And this episode is personal branding episode 4. So I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good night. Bye bye.